Given that the current or the background of the 40 years up to the current point in time have yielded very little in the way of promising approaches to cancer treatment and or survival rates post-surgery or treatment, and given that there's a kind of fairly large opinion that there is a kind of conspiracy theory against people actually recovering and getting better, and that actually is a huge multi-billion-dollar industry that really wants to not actually find a cure so much as just come up with new treatments that can be patented and money can be made. Would you explain perhaps what it is about the current or the approaches up until now that have yielded such poor results, and why that direction was chosen as a, like a excise the tumor and radiate the tissue, when I know that you put such a lot of emphasis on the damage that radiation can cause and how negative that can be also to lowering a patient's energy, which is very important in their long-term survival.
Yeah, for decades, people in the alternative health business have been asking that question: how is it that doctors can forbid these experimental treatments to themselves or their family members if something really exists as an alternative? They would not let their relatives die or themselves. But it's such a deep cultural thing that they really believe it.
Right.
They're trained in medical school in sort of a boot camp atmosphere where they don't have time to get philosophical about what they're learning, but they're drilled with these ideas of genetic determinism.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only less than 200 years ago that it was discovered that people are made out of cells.
Right.
And a few years after someone discovered that people and animals are made of cells, they discovered that cancer is made of cells.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Pasteur and so on, the germ theory of disease came up, and the atomic theory of chemistry and physics and so on.
Right.
And everything fit into this being explained by the subunits that things are made of.
Right, it's kind of a reductionist approach.
Yeah. And that happened to fit the idea that a cancer is made of bad cells,
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of difference in the cell. When genetics came up just 100 years ago, genetics was used to explain what's different about the cancer cells. And so they're a special kind of cell explained by a mutated gene, which makes them completely alien to ourselves because they're genetically different. Right from the start, they're different.